BJJ for breakfast.
What's up, everybody? Coach Nate here with tip number 9 of my 10 tip series on how to get better at jiu-jitsu. Okay, so tip number 9 is related to tip number 8, which is related to tip number 7. Tip number 8 was to get yourself a jiu-jitsu journal. Tip number 7 was to ask questions. You write the questions down in the jiu-jitsu journal. Okay, now tip number 9 is going to be how we deal with those questions, or one way we deal with those questions. Okay. So in addition to asking your coaches and your training partners to help you with any issues that you may have, it is also very helpful to look at instructionals. All right. Instructionals are a resource I didn't really have when I first started jiu-jitsu back in the early 2000s, but they're everywhere now and they're great for certain things. Okay. It's a great way to continue to learn and work on your jiu-jitsu when you can't actually be at practice. All right. It's a great way to answer questions that you come up with from your training. Right. So if you are getting caught in a move or stuck in a position and you write it down in your jiu-jitsu journal, and you go ask your coach, he maybe gives you some advice. You go ask the guy that caught you in the move, maybe he gives you some advice. Okay. You know what you need to do now to fix it, but maybe you're not 100% of the way there. Instructionals are a great way to kind of supplement. All right. Maybe you're getting caught in guillotines, and you can get yourself a guillotine instructional. Look at guillotine escapes, guillotine counters. Or you don't even maybe need to get a full instructional. Maybe you just go on YouTube and troubleshoot the problem that you're having. Look it up, find some answers for it. If you've watched my video on the scientific method for improving in jiu-jitsu, you've seen my explanation of what a powerful loop this can be, where you identify problems, you write it down, you look up answers, you train it, you test it, you try it. If it's not working, you go back and do it again, right? So instructionals are a great resource to help you do that. It doesn't have to be a full-blown instructional that costs $250. Lots of free stuff on YouTube. You can just look something up and find the move that solves your problem, or find the move that fits your game very easily. If you want to get more of a deep dive into an area, right? That's really where I would recommend instructionals. They are very helpful if you're trying to add a whole part of jiu-jitsu to your game. So let's say you want to add daily hiva or worm guard or something to your game, and you're not really good at it. An instructional is really good for that. Okay. If you just want to plug a little hole, right? If you've got a sweep that you can't hit, or that someone keeps hitting on you, and you want to learn how to counter it or do it more effectively, you don't need a full-blown instructional for that. You could probably just find some helpful information on YouTube. So I would say use instructionals for that purpose, for opening up new avenues of your jiu-jitsu or adding whole chunks to your jiu-jitsu game. But if you're not adding to your jiu-jitsu or looking up jiu-jitsu content outside of the jiu-jitsu room, then you're really going to be falling behind the guys that are, if they're doing it in the right way. Okay. You can look up a million moves. They won't help your jiu-jitsu. But if you're looking up the moves that you need based on the loop that I talked about in my scientific method for getting better at jiu-jitsu, and you're practicing those with a training partner outside of practice, you are going to get very good. And you're going to surprise your training partners when you come back to the mats. They're going to be like, whoa, dude, you like leveled up. And if you're not doing that, it's going to seem like black magic. These guys are going to start coming into class, and they're going to have moves that you've never seen. They're going to have answers for your moves. You're not going to have answers for their moves. They're going to the same class that you are. They're doing the same stuff that you are. They're learning from the same coach that you are, but they're going to start pulling away from you and leveling up quicker than you. Okay. So you've got to look at these instructionals and stuff in your free time. And you've got to properly apply them. Okay. Don't be one of these Instagram move junkies where you do 1,000 different Instagram moves and you try them once and they never stick and you never do it. Okay. If you have a legitimate problem, or you want to add a real piece to your game, carve out a block of time and spend weeks or months on that piece, adding it to your game so that it actually gets incorporated into your jiu-jitsu DNA, whether that's a new position, a new move, a new branch of your jiu-jitsu game, or stopping positions and moves on you. I have students say, coach, I keep getting stuck in side control, right? They put me in side control. I can't get out. I'll show you some stuff. I'll show you some stuff on how to get out. Okay. but ultimately it's on you to put the time in to apply what I'm showing you. Okay. So what I say is if there's a position that's not working for you, you need to do that position more. You need to start in that position. I was having a real hard time getting out of north-south for a while. So for like a month, I just had people start me in north-south. I just get on me in north-south. Every combination, every variation, we're just going to start in north-south until I get comfortable with all the different variations of escapes. Now, I'm fine in north-south and I'm fine getting out. That's the type of stuff you got to do. Instructionals are very good for that. Okay. When coupled with the jiu-jitsu journal and the loop, the training loop that I talk about in my scientific method for getting better at jiu-jitsu, you will get really, really good, really, really fast, a lot faster than your peers if you apply that methodology. So that's tip number 9. Tip number 9 is our 10 tips to improving your jiu-jitsu. Thank you guys for watching. Tip number 10 coming up next. House.
What's up, guys? If you like that, please smash the like button, tap the subscribe button to support the channel, then let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Okay.